It's like, girl, I know that's a headache and a half. Hey,
It's okay.
okay. Well, thank you once again. All right, now we should be live.
We should be,
Um,
huh? Let me double check.
in my device too,
Because we always double check.
right?
Where the hell am I? It's saying that we're on.
Yeah, it says so on my side too.
Oh, we're live. Okay, I
Right?
can see it.
Hey.
Yellow peeps. Ow. That was a sudden turn. Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? On this beautiful Wednesday night. Can you hear us? Or am
Yeah,
I talking by
yeah,
myself? Oh.
no, no, we can.
Uh, Wednesday night. Uh, who's here? We got five people. Oh, Sina
Hi, Sina.
is here.
Hey,
Allison
Allison.
is here. How's it going? How's it going? We're here tonight with my good friend K Moon. Uh, cause when you guys ask me about astrology stuff, I don't know shit. So that's the time in which I decide K Moon is my best friend. And I'll bring her in to, to talk to you guys about it. Because I don't know how to talk to you guys about it because I don't know shit about astrology. So, K Moon.
Hello. Great to be here with you guys. Okay, Allison, that's a really good idea. Thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna wait, but they know K Moon already.
Thank you so much, beautiful muchness. You're welcome, beautiful muchness. Hey, laughing Lil. Okay, it's funny because I was like, I have this thing that I do with my Star Club people. We do this thing called like lunar circles, um, where like as we get to a new or a full moon, and we have a new moon coming up this weekend, we'll get together and just kind of talk through the energies. And this energy, the closer we get to this weekend, the funkier I'm watching it get. Are you seeing funky energy, Allie?
You know what? It was really funky for the full moon we just passed. Like
Mhm.
it was really intense. Uh, yeah, there's funkiness. I unfortunately can't feel much because I have pain these days because I need a new mattress. But there's a little dazed type of an energy, I would say, compared to how it was for Scorpio full moon. I felt it intensely, even in my dreams. It was a wild ride. But
Mm,
this one that's coming up, I don't know. You gotta tell us
okay. Yeah,
what's
we'll
up.
talk about it. Hey Reagan says the full moon was insane. I'm still feeling it though, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Beautiful Muchness is curious about Akashic records and their significance. That's a good question. The Akashic records are a way that we have access to the all that is in our um like our personal spiritual lineage that allows us to know like where we've been, who we are, what we're up to, where we're going, all of that. But Allie, what have you seen about the Akashic records?
I don't know much about it in all honesty. I know the bigger picture of what that should be, but
Mhm.
then I also know that people can interpret them in so many ways that I don't even know exactly what they are ultimately. So I haven't researched much in that direction.
Gotcha. Yeah. There are people who can like read your Akashic records, but you can also go in and access your own records if you want to. It takes a bit of practice and meditation, but you can absolutely access your own records and learn more about past lives, adjacent lives, soul contracts with people, why you chose this family, this parent, these kids chose you, this sort of thing. That's definitely available if you want to look beautiful muchness. Um, yeah, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Hey guys, everyone just joining. Great to have you here.
They're starting to show up. I brought my astrology shirt too. In case.
Where's Leo on there?
Where is Leo? Ow! I have to bend. It's right here. Center. Where could Leo be? In the middle of it all.
Mhm. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's too funny. Okay, so energetically, if you guys have been feeling anything kind of weird, kind of unusual, definitely let us know in the chat. I'm going to be answering questions astrologically as we go. But I wanted to just pop on and, let you guys ask whatever you wanted to ask astrologically. There's some really interesting energies going on right now. If you guys have noticed, think back to your recent experiences over the last 2 weeks. Have you noticed that your thoughts are coming into form really quickly? Like you think about something and then next thing you know, it's happening. Have you noticed like random like coincidences have upticked? Let us know in the chat if you have noticed that like chance run-ins, like things that could only have like it seems like a fluke, like once in a lifetime sort of things are starting to happen in your life. Let us know in the chat, like if you have if you've seen anything like that going on, because if so, I want to say two things about it. Number one, you are right on track. Like you're noticing is really aligned with what's going on in the astrology. And then number two, there is an astrological reason for it. Good things, bad things, doesn't have to be, anything in particular. Just have you noticed? Allie, have you?
I have. It's with little things, but I have noticed that they do come together much smoother, faster than before, for sure, where things are playing out super fast compared to, say, 2 months ago. But they're coming together in a way where it doesn't feel overwhelming, even if they feel like more things or faster at speed. So it's
Mm,
like doable because there's a flow to them.
yeah, flow. And Lexi Jackson mentioned here in the chat the experience of more momentum happening.
Yeah.
Mm, And Adrian says, absolutely. Laughing Lil says, yes. I think of people and they call. Yeah, there's a reason for this. And this is actually going to start picking up. It's going to start going even faster. Jocelyn says, I'm a firm believer in manifestation during certain time periods, like Lionsgate. I manifested my current job and certain friendships. Excellent. So you're already aware that timing alongside manifestation can actually bring things together really rapidly. So I'm glad you're catching that. Allie, do you have any examples from your life? I definitely have a couple from mine.
You go while I think of mine.
Okay, so a couple of things, both good and bad. One of them was I had been thinking, like, you know what? I'd really love a break from the city I live in. I haven't been out of the country in a long time. I could really use some animal companionship as well. I've been thinking about getting a dog. I'm definitely not a cat person.
Boo.
Sorry, I'm a dog person.
Me,
Um,
I was a dog person before I was everything person. So
I notice you are an everything person now. And so what I have seen, I was just kind of thinking about these things, just loosely floating through the brain as we came into 2026. Not long into 2026, and a friend of mine reached out and she was like, Yo, I gotta go overseas for a month. I'm taking this big trip with my family. Can you come watch my dog? I'll pay. She couldn't even get I'll pay out. I was like, when? I was so ready to have a break from the United States and all of its foolishness. I was so ready. So right now I am presently dog sitting outside of the United States, manifestation one. Um, Also, in the last several years, I had been like vaguely, loosely concerned about, had my eye on um, an issue on YouTube that I was like, what is this? Like, why is this happening? I noticed like spiritual content creators, some of them just, subscribers plateauing, views plateauing, this sort of thing, or revenue plateauing, like revenue not being what it was in like 2020. And I was like, what is YouTube doing behind the scenes? What are they up to over there? And I had my suspicions. I had way too much attention on it. Y'all, my channel got demonetized. They thought I was AI. Mhm. Yeah.
What
Thought
about
I
you?
was They thought I was AI. I put way too much attention on that. So I'm working through it now, but it was like thought thing. I was noticing I had way too much paper, way too much fucking paper. And I was shredding it, and I was like, I wish I could go paperless on more of these bills and that it was easier to go paperless. I didn't have to log into every single account and go paperless. I started getting emails. Sign up here for paperless billing. Believe it, I'm on the paper list now. So if you guys have had any of these kinds of experiences, drop them in the chat. What do you have, Allie?
Well, I have one that happened today, actually, the confirmation for it. Mine are silly examples out there, good
Okay.
and bad.
Yes.
Um, but the one that happened today is that I was looking at my Facebook account, which theoretically I just kind of started doing the same thing, but like within TikTok format. Um, and I had to change the name on there too, but it was such a hassle with the meta verified bullshit that I just completely erased it and started from zero. I don't know, a couple of months ago. And I think just the other day I was thinking, it would be nice if I would get a boost in there, or I could kind of almost know that I would get a boost in there. And then today I'm like, holy shit. Because it went, I think, from 700 followers to 1.3. And I'm like, oh crap, how did that happen overnight? Um, Another one that kind of it was a little awkward, but I'm not sure if I somehow manifested a little bit of that. Not that exactly, but what I saw today. Like last night, I was sitting on my couch, just working on my laptop. Blue was right next to me looking out the window, and I could see him kind of his head following something, but I knew it wasn't a dog or a human. And I'm like, what are you looking at? And I look, and it was a little rabbit, a little bunny. And then I look exactly as he crosses the street and a car comes. And I'm like, holy crap. And I could see him kind of rolling because he was hit by the wheels. He wasn't, you know, like run over, but he was definitely pushed somehow. And I'm like, I close my eyes at the end of it because I'm like, I just don't want to see this. And then I opened my eyes and the bunny was gone. He wasn't in the middle of the street as I would perceive him to be. And then I looked to the side right next to my car on my driveway, and he was right there. And I'm like, please hop, please do something so that I know you're okay. And then he would start hopping. I couldn't tell if it was on both rear legs or just one, kind of limping a little bit. I couldn't tell, but at least he started hopping. I'm like, whew. But then today, I take out Blue, and a freaking duck from the lake down the corner at the corner of the street starts flying away from a male duck that was just not letting her be. And she flies right in the middle of the street where a car comes, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I'm gonna save the ducks. But no, she was fine. She wasn't, because the car was driving quite slow because it was at like approaching a corner, so she was fine. But I still went to save the duck from the persistent male duck. So shit like that. But I'm not sure if I think there's a correlation somehow too, but I can't tell what it is.
Yeah, there's definitely a correlation. And astrologically, I'm going to show you guys what it is in a moment in the chart. And then I'm also going to show you guys how you can work with this in real time because there's so much power, so much
Please.
potency,
I don't want to see
so
animals
much
dying anymore.
access right now. If there is a way where I almost like, here's how I want to tell you guys about it. Like, timelines are crazy malleable right now, like
Mm.
crazy malleable. Like, you can literally start to play with the fabric of your reality right now in ways that you're not going to be able to at the tail end of this year. And so if there's something you want to do, now is the time to get it done. And I'm going to give you specific dates and a specific timeline for it. Let's see what some of the folks had to share in the chat.
I'll be right back. I gotta take Blue out because he's gonna start barking.
Blue,
Come here, Bubba.
come back and see us, Blue.
Come here, Bubba. Don't listen to King Moon. Come on. Listen
Why
to.
not? I'm a good influence.
You're not. He's actually not coming. Because he's gonna.
Because I want to see blue. I am manifesting seeing blue. Okay. Um, okay. Allison says YouTube wants to be like TikTok. Yeah, you're not wrong. And then TikTok also wants to be like YouTube. It's a little weird. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Like, be your own platforms. Um, okay. Yesterday, I was a bit scared to see how fast that happened, listening to a subliminal in the morning for abundance and afternoon magic happened. Yum, what afternoon magic happened? You can't leave us hanging like that. Like, what happened? Um, Hello, love you so much, Allie. Hey, Naomi, great to have you here. Aquarius here, and even your cat comments resonate somehow. I find meaning in all your messages. Yeah, right? Allie's like that. She's like this sort of master channel. Um, so Adrienne says, I've been on the fence about changing my business, my website and business name for months. Monday, a wonderful woman called to chat, and I found out she builds websites. My answer. Perfect. This is how you're calling it in. This you're right in the vein, Adrienne, right on. Um, Allison asks, any particular sign have it easier or more difficult during this time manifesting, or is it a level playing field for everyone? It is a level playing field for everyone. I want to clarify that. But depending upon the condition of your thoughts and the way you're showing up and the way you think and emote and your frequency, it's not that you're going to have a harder time manifesting, it's that you can manifest the wrong shit and manifest it real quick. Like, manifest shit you don't want. And so we're going to talk a little bit about how you can avoid that as well. Um, but okay, first I want to bring you into, let me pull up this chart so I can give you guys like the here's what's happening in the sky. And then for those of you who are visual learners, we did some conversational stuff from a conversational peeps, but I want to give those of you who are visual peeps some intel.
I love seeing the chart.
Do you?
Yeah. It's like
You
cartoons on the screen.
like cartoons,
Like drawings.
right? It's, I mean, there's a lot to see. It's really rich. All right, so check it. Here's why this is happening. The planet of activation, that's Uranus, and he's right here at the 0 degree mark of Gemini. Uranus just stepped into Gemini in the last 30 days. When Uranus crosses into a sign or a house in your chart, and I want you guys to all go look when we're done here, or you can look now. What house does Uranus does Gemini meet Taurus? Because the sign before it was just in is Taurus. The sign it's in now is Gemini. What house in your chart, somewhere between 1 and 12, does Gemini and Taurus meet? Right at that meet point is where you're going to find the planet of activation. When Uranus steps in something, anything, the heck is that?
That was me. I'm sorry.
It's like things are beeping and I can't make it stop. What's happening?
No, I was transferring something. Sorry.
It's all
My
good.
computer.
But I think that's our little message from the universe. Pay attention here. Uranus steps into something. and it immediately adds the energy of activation. Uranus can move at the quantum level, quantum speed. Good. Netier, good job. Fourth house. Adrienne,
I'm
third.
sorry. Beginner question. How do I find that?
You
My
gotta
birth?
get a copy of your chart. Do you have a copy of your chart?
No, but I'll find it.
Astro.com is a great way. You can, I also have on my website a place where you can create a birth chart at kmoonastro.com. You can also, it's free there. It's also free at astro.com. Some of
Okay.
you have apps, like CoStar. You might
I
be able to see it in
know. I
there.
know. But do I use them? No.
Check your apps then. Um, Right where they meet, Uranus is bringing in activation, quantum leaps, quantum insight, big change, an energy of rapid catalytic growth. It's non-linear movement. Uranus likes to skip steps. Because it skips steps, but our brains work linearly, our human experience of it is an experience of chaos. It's not trying to be chaotic. It's trying to expedite and accelerate our movement to a higher level timeline. Now, Uranus is activation. Uranus is the lightning that hits the dry brush. What's causing it to become a wildfire is Jupiter. For those, again, the visual learners, Jupiter is here at the tail end of Cancer. It's not even in a full formation sextile yet. But for those of you who are sensitive, and I know your audience is just like mine, you starting to feel this energy super early. And so these things that are rapidly coming into form, it's this communication, Jupiter and Uranus. In 1 degree, Jupiter will be, for those of you who are students of astrology, almost 60 degrees from Uranus. That's what we call a sextile. When they are in communication of any format, conjunction, sextile, um, trine, this is when you see what I call a manifestation window open up. Uranus brings the lightning, Jupiter throws the gasoline on it. We go from a spark to a wildfire. That's why everything's coming into form so quickly. Now, specifically, Uranus is in the sign that deals with thoughts. Jupiter is in the sign that deals with feelings.
Shit.
Huh? So this goes back to Allie's question. Are there some signs who have it harder, some signs who have it easier? It's not that there's a sign who has it harder and a sign who has it easier. It's what are you thinking about and is it serving you? Is it getting you where you want to go? What are you
Careful
thinking?
what you wish for.
That thing. It's that thing. It's that thing. So I want to check in the chat, just see. Lexi says, I've been wanting to find a new way to be creative and create community. And the other day, I came across a post where my friend is looking to host creative workshops in their photography studio. Perfect. You're right on track here. Um, Mom of two girls, I'm going to come back to that question. Advice for water sign manifestation. Jocelyn says, I have some wild stories. I watched this one video about attracting abundance. I repeated what was said in the video. I won $1,000 from a lotto scratcher. My fourth $1,000 claimer. I'm gonna need to come do scratchers with you, my friend. I love that. Diarius says, I ran into an ex from high school last week and I just turned 34 yesterday. Crazy Pluto retrograde. Yeah, absolutely. Um, Love that. Okay, cool. So you guys are starting to get it. This is what this energy is bringing in. Allison says, I'm a danger master manifester. Shit, yeah.
She is. I'm scared if this
Oh,
applies to
man.
everyone.
Whenever you're ready to just slide a cool million into my bank account, I won't be mad. I'll split it with you and still be 50 million or 500,000 up than where I'm at right now. Um, okay, so all of that to say, there's a timeline for this. I want to give you guys a timeline so that you know what we're working with and how long we're working with this, because um this isn't all, this is a lot of this year, but it's not all year, and there are times where it's going to be better than others. Who all is starting to see it now? You're starting to go, oh yeah, there's some things that are moving. There's some things. Put a one in the chat if you're seeing it now. Like you're starting to see all this stuff starting to come into form, bad and good. Things you were thinking about. Just drop a one in the chat.
Hell yeah. One for me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm seeing it too in my world. Okay, so let me,
Can I manifest a new mattress? Like the fluffy cloud on?
only if you can manifest me $1 million.
Talk to Jocelyn about that. That topic is hers. I'm with fluffy clouds. One. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so here are the key dates I want you guys to keep in mind. Antonia says one. Hey, Antonia, great to see you here. Taria, great to see you here as well. Maikito says one. Collective for Insight. Yep. Allison. Lucy Liu. Yep. Um, yeah. Jan Jan and Maikito says it's so tangible. Yeah, you get your time, like timelines are so malleable right now. Exactly. Okay, so here we go. Get a pen and paper or get ready to screenshot. I'm going to give you these dates.
Hold on, I need to get my pen.
Or just screenshot it.
I could do that, but who has time for that? It's better to just write it.
So, oh,
May 8th through July 20. Oh,
yeah.
that's a big stretch. Okay, okay, we can work with
Yeah.
that.
So May 8th through July 21st, this is the first part of the window. That is when we have everything leading up to the sextile, like 10 degrees prior to it. Right? So we get this 10-degree window. May 8th just hit. So like this 10-degree window leading up to the sextile. For those of you who are astrologically sensitive, this is why you're already seeing this energy start to play out early. It's starting to play out now. Most people are going to feel it July 18th through July 21st. Now that's only 3 days. That's when it's exact. On those 4 days, that's when the magic can really take off. So if you've got something special you want to see happen and you know you want to work with timing, any of these time frames so far will work, but the 18th through the 21st, you really want to make sure you're in gear. You want to make sure your mind and your emotions are like high vibe to call in whatever you're going to work with. Then we get into the secondary period, which is quite long. It's July 22nd through September 11th. This is when that sextile is waning. A waning sextile is when it's coming further and further and further and further away from exact. Okay. That being said, yes, there will be replays, LM Hinshaw. You can still manifest all the way from, and just so you're clear, here to here, September 11th. You're good to go from this period all the way to here, with the strongest manifestations going to show up in late July, early August. Okay. So that being said, the question I have for you guys is, what do you want? Who knows what they want in here? Drop it in the chat. Do you know what you want? You can share it. You don't have to share it. You can give us a big idea, a big picture, something you want for yourself, something you want for the world. It doesn't matter. Just what do you want? Put that in the chat now. We're all going to start visualizing that thing affiliated with your name. When you see K Moon, what K Moon wants, aside from $1 million in her bank account, um, what K Moon is manifesting right now is, first of all, Want to clean up some stuff with the IRS. I want to be at zero debt. Zero. Debt zero. K Moon would also really like her own dog. I've fallen in love with this Akita that I am babysitting, but ooh, I don't know if I need an Akita. She's a whole lot, but I need my own dog. What do you want, Allie?
I'm not gonna say.
It's fine. You don't have to.
I
Um,
want a bigger property in acreage so that I can open a healing retreat so that we can do this live. Not this, but
ooh,
other stuff too.
yes. Okay, yeah, I'm in. Signed up. Healing
Fuck
retreat.
yeah.
We bless it. It's happening.
And I want
Uh,
a fucking new mattress that feels like a cloud. That's the top list.
yeah. Yeah, that's okay. New mattress. Allie's gonna come on live saying I'm doing this from the bed because it was too good to get out of. Yeah. Okay. We love it. Um,
And I want a
let
dog for you.
oh, yes, you co-signed my dog. Thank you. Um, okay, so what do we have in the chat here? Um, Maikito wants big stability. Yeah, I would love to see some stability, not just for you, Maikito, but also for the world. I think that would be great right now. Adrian's hoping to relocate to Colorado or the Midwest, and so it shall be. Beautiful muchness, authentic wholeness. Yeah, that would be great. Real wholeness for the world right now would be awesome. Prosperity accounts open. Okay, I'm gonna sign up for that. Enjoy. Can I co-sign that with my prosperity accounts? I want that too. Netier wants to have their first astrology reading. That can be done. Um, Naledi, well-paying job in a city I love in Toronto, and so it shall be, Naledi. Yeah, health and wholeness, laughing Lil. Um, Manifesting personal independence and freedom from codependency, master ascender, and show it shall be. Right on. Um, this is all really good stuff. Okay, balance between connection with myself and connection with others. Elam Hinshaw. That can happen this year. There's a lot of astrological energy that's trying to help you generate that balance. I'm going to talk a lot about that in the Taurus new moon lunar update that'll be posted on my channel in the next 48. If you're not already subscribed, Allison's linked it. Thank you, Allison. We're going to get into that specifically. Jocelyn wants a cat. Where are your cats, Allie?
They're they're sleeping. Two of them. They're sleeping. That's the girls. The girls are with me today.
uh,
That's the Scorpio's cat. Two
that's right
Scorpios.
on. Two Scorpio cats?
Yeah.
A cat is intense enough.
Yeah.
Scorpio was intense on
Put
its own, but
Scorpio on it. Yeah.
two together.
Two. Two. And the little one has triple Scorpio in her chart. Just out of her first four, she's got three Scorpios. I'm like, I don't even want to know about the rest of it. It doesn't even matter.
Now, how you called that in out of all the other things you could have called in, Allie, I don't know.
You jinxed it for me.
I did not.
No, you actually warned me. You
I
didn't jinx it.
did. What did I tell you, Allie? What did I say?
You told me exactly how she is now, that she's gonna be the alpha. She is, okay? She is. I admit it,
What
even
did
over
I
me.
tell you? You told me the time. Okay, so this is the way astrology can work. Allie told me there's a specific cat I want, and there's a specific time frame that I want to get it in. I went to that time frame in her chart and I said, Allie, if you get a cat during this time frame, this cat is going to be the boss of that house. You can wait or you could do it, but if you get a cat during this time frame, she will be the alpha cat in the entire house.
She is. But she's doing it in such a Scorpio way that you can't even get upset. She's so sneaky about it. She just knows. She owns all of us. We're
Mm.
done.
Scorpio charm. That's Scorpio charm. Okay. So, Jan Margarita wants a successful natural and holistic beauty line that will kickstart my savings to save to own a home with a yard I can garden in and where my cat can roam. That's beautiful. Yeah, so it shall be. I love that. That's going to be perfect. I love all you guys sending me dog love. I'm also need you guys to send me $1 million in my bank account, love. Thank you.
So it should be.
Exactly. Ah,
Jocelyn, no, it's Cosmo. It's not Juno, it's Cosmo.
oh, I love it. It's funny because Liko Beskak says greetings from Croatia.
You were
Man,
talking about Croatia.
hello. I was just gonna say, and this is how this stuff happened. So Allie and I were like kikiing on, was it Monday? We were chatting it up on Monday or Tuesday or something. I don't remember what day it was,
Sweet.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Some at some point recently.
Yeah.
And we were talking about like things we want to do, places we want to go, experiences we want to have. And I was just, talking with her about like some of my thoughts about 2026 and where things are headed for me. And I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about Croatia, to be honest with you. And she was like, huh? And I was like, yeah, for this, and this reason. It's no accident that somebody just checked in from Croatia. I literal this is how quickly this stuff is moving. It's moving like this. Um, Lisa Hinshaw, I want a space where I have personal chefs who learn healthy eating and also a space for practitioners for health and wellness. Yes. I love that. Really, really good. Okay. Amazing. Okay, so you guys get it. There's lots that can happen here, and it's a beautiful energy. There are ways to work with this, and then there are ways to thwart it. Now, I gave you the big picture energy. The big picture, I want you to remember again, Uranus, activator, Gemini, thoughts, words, Jupiter, accelerator, amplifier, in Cancer, emotions, feelings, emotional congruence. Thoughts and feelings need to be on the same page, number one. And then as Jupiter gets into Leo, which it will in July, as Jupiter
Yeah.
gets into Leo,
I had to, sorry.
we're going to talk about that in a minute because that's going to be significant for you.
Yeah. Say Leo, I'm like, yeah, there we
That's
go.
going to be a significant time for all of the fire signs, Aries, Sag, and Leo, when Jupiter gets into Leo. And we'll talk about why this time has been really challenging for some of the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, in a moment. But the thing, and if I don't bring it up, y'all put in the chat, remind me when we get to Q&A. Um, when Jupiter gets into Leo, it's going to move from being all about emotional alignment and congruence to being all about self sovereignty, creativity, and personal alignment and truth. Hmm? So that's going to be a really, really powerful time for all of us, astrologically speaking, to step into our total truth and be living from it here in the third dimension. Okay. Um, That's the big picture, but there's a micro picture. The micro picture has to do with your personal natal chart. If you guys have your natal chart, a copy of it, either on an app or you went to a website and got it, put in the chat, I have it. Like just type it in the chat, I have a chart. I have my own chart. You don't have to know it, you don't have to understand it. Just let me know, do you have your own chart? Um, Inside of your chart, there is a blueprint. Allie has her chart. I love it. Inside of your chart, there is a personalized blueprint for manifestation. Everyone has one. It's not the same for all of us. Some things, as a result of this, are going to work for some people. Other things are going to work for other people. You may have noticed scripting works for some people like magic. They tell you, oh, I did 5 by 55 and I was scripting and everything came together like overnight. You'll have noticed other people say, "Oh, I put it on my vision board." And every year when I put it on my vision board, it happens for me. Other people will tell you, "Yeah, I do affirmations and mirror work." And whenever I do my mirror work, these are beautiful cats. Here's my Akito. Oh, there
Here's
she
the fluff. Oh my goodness, she's so cute. She knows there's animal love in here.
is.
She
There
knows. She knows. What's up,
she
Bubba? Who are you
goes.
looking at? There's
Um,
nobody there. There's
But
literally
yeah, sometimes you'll get people who are dreamers and they'll be like, yeah, I just, went to sleep thinking about it. And then it came into form for me. You coming back home with me?
I think she is.
I think she is too.
Yeah.
Um, if you have found that in terms of manifesting, your cat is too cute. She's like, who's coming home? If you found in terms of manifesting that you either get mixed results or no results with certain methods, I want you to think about that, notice that, pay attention to that. There's a reason for that. Not everyone was meant to manifest with the exact same method and the exact same technique. Some people, because of the way your frequency is set up based on your astrological chart, some people actually have better time writing than speaking. Other people have a better time. Uh, oh, this is a good one. I'm going to give you guys an example. Where this is in your chart is called your fifth house. The fifth house is the house of manifestation and creativity. The fifth house correlates with that fifth sign, Leo. The
Yeah.
fifth, yeah. The
Can't help
fifth
it.
house is our house that specifically deals with how we are meant to manifest and call things out of the ether and put them into form. This is why some people, when they share their manifestations, things begin to accelerate when they communicate about them. That would be somebody who has like a Gemini fifth house. There are other people, when you share your manifestations, when you start to talk about them, they actually begin to collapse. They deflate, they diffuse. They're not supposed to be talked about. They're meant to be kept to yourself. Can you guess which sign is supposed to shut up about it and keep it a secret?
Leo.
Scorpio, baby,
Oh shit. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's their ball game is keeping
I
things.
I noticed that though, for me personally, that it kind of worked both ways. I tend to be secretive about shit until it happens. So I think that's my best method to go for it. But sometimes I just blur it out to the world as if whatever, and then that works too, but not all the time.
It's going to depend on your chart setup.
Yeah.
Your chart setup, depending upon not only your fifth house governing sign, but also the planet that rules that sign. Every sign has a governing planet. Mercury, for example, governs Gemini. Now, if Mercury sits, Mercury is about communication, Gemini is about communication. But if Mercury sits in a location that's about secrets, that communication needs to be between you and the divine. So
Interesting.
it's a system that once you understand how to decode it, it's actually going to guarantee that every time you want to manifest something, it comes into form. And if you're working with that system inside of this manifestation window, remember I gave you those dates, it comes into form like that, even more rapidly. So, I am actually getting ready to host a class this Saturday. I'm going to do a quick invite and then we're going to go back into some examples. And if one of you here would like me to read your chart, we're going to do a little trivia. We're going to do a little
Yeah.
trivia. If one of you wants me to read your chart, I'm going to read it here and I'm going to tell you what your manifestation method is today, right now. And if the rest of you want to know, you got to sign up for my class. It's called Manifestation Mastery. Manifestation Mastery is a 2-day workshop this Saturday and next Saturday where we're going to get together. I'm going to show you how to find your manifestation method in your chart, how to work with it. I'm going to give you some handouts about how it's set up, what you're supposed to be doing with it. And then from there, you are going to have a week in between Saturday and Saturday to go manifest some shit. And then we're going to have a little contest in class. The people who get voted for the best manifestation will win a reading with me. But everyone else, you're going to get the benefit of actually learning how to call your shit in. So, all that stuff you guys were telling me about that you really want to do, you're going to be able to know how to do that before we end this month, just in time for that peak manifestation window, end of June, going into July. So, you'll have a little room to practice before it's time to call the big stuff in. Okay.
Okay, question before we proceed. Um, I want to take the class. I'm not going to be available on Saturday. Is it one
Oh,
of those where I can show up after?
absolutely.
See it? Okay.
Yeah, you get lifetime access. I'm really glad that you asked. You do get lifetime access. The recordings will continue to remain available. And if you can't be there live on Saturday, you
She
can
doesn't
listen
want
whenever you want. There's opportunity to do that. Okay, awesome. Okay, so y'all ready for, before we get into a little trivia, I want to share some of the manifestations. So sidebar, I have a whole group, like community called Star Club. And in Star Club, one of the things we do is I work with my peeps every 2 weeks, new and full moon, and at special astrological events, some added insight plus journal prompts and ritual work so that they can take this stuff to the next level faster. And what I've noticed with my Star Club community is that these folks are rapidly moving some things into form, like this. And it's because I've been telling them this is coming, start playing with it. This is how you work with it. This is what you don't do. This is what you do do. I've been telling them this for about a month now. And so I asked them lately, I was like, look, this weird freaking manifestation thing happened to me like a couple Fridays ago. This energy is wild. I told them about the demonetization on my channel. I told them about, like, I watched somebody else call something out of the ether and into form, like right in front of my eyes. Like there was an off menu item and he really wanted that off menu item, but it hadn't been on the menu for a few years. And sure enough, that night it was the special at this particular restaurant. I was like, damn, like I don't even like that. It wasn't even my energy, or it wasn't even about, it was just him just calling it out. But now that I have seen his chart and I know what his fifth house looks like, I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. That tracks. I see how you called that in. But there's a few other things too. So let me just see what some of you all are saying here in the chat while I pull in these manifestations. I want you guys to be able to see what's happening. Here we go. Let me open these up. So these are from my Star Club community. They are a stellar group of people. Star Club's going to reopen for enrollment later this month. It's 22 bucks a month, so if you want to join, you absolutely can. But
What is
this
that again?
Star Club.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, so let me see what's going on here. All right, so let me reshare screen. Screen share, screen share. I'm sharing this stuff with you because I want to inspire you all about what's possible. I don't want you just thinking manifestation. I want you guys to have concrete examples about what kind of stuff can be called in this energy. And then on Saturday, if you're joining us for Manifestation Mastery, this is where it can actually move significantly faster. It can actually happen very, very, very rapidly. Okay, so check it out. Let me see what's happening here in the chat. If somebody has a Libra fifth house. Yes. Okay. I manifest this chart reading necessary truths. Got that. Okay, so hang on. We're going to do a little trivia and then we're going to jump in. Okay, so here we go. Share screen. All right, so here's what one of my star clubbers called in. He said, I'm definitely taking advantage of the Manifestation Mastery Workshop. Too hot to pass up. Quick anecdote. Recently, I've been thinking to myself, I literally in my head not said out loud, dang, I would love some PR on my business. I see all these people getting it. Why can't I? That was all of 30 seconds in my head. This is how quick this stuff can move. Today, a couple of hours ago, my family friend in Mexico City tells me to show up tomorrow at 9 a.m. for coffee because she wants to introduce me to the publisher of a super well-respected business magazine here. FYI, as a follow-up, he got the interview. It's an international publication. His business is now about to be in front of, I think, like 30 or so countries worldwide. Here's another one. So I'm posted up at the airport today, waiting on a flight to X country. I was listening to the video manifestation window earlier because I did one of these on my channel thinking I'd like to manifest something cool. Fast forward to my flight check-in. I'm setting up my second bag on the scale to weigh, and I'd been a little anxious about it being overweight. But I also had a lot of positive internal dialogue going on since I'm excited about the trip. Before even getting in line, I said a prayer to get the most lenient attendant. I also had a specific thought about how I'd never been bumped up to a better class before. Well, my bag was 10 pounds over, and she immediately waved it on and said, don't worry about it. This is when it felt magical. After she weighed the weight, she told me the additional bag fee would be $300. Who walks into the airport with just 300 extra dollars just laying around? I mean, I don't, but maybe you do, which I had not planned for. I explained that the attendant I spoke to online told me $100. After some back and forth, I had a moment of anxiety creep in, but I was immediately followed with the thought, okay, Spirit, this must mean that money's coming right back to me. Thank you. Just after that, she said, how about I make it 115? And then proceeded to bump me up to a window seat in Economy Plus and compliment my hair. Instantaneous. This is how quick it can move. Nothing crazy, but it felt like a win and definitely highlighted the importance of our thoughts in this process. Here's another one. For a little over a month, I've been going back and forth on whether I wanted to book a full detail for my car. I would get really close and then I would back out. I had it detailed a few months ago, not in a rush. Well, a few weeks ago, I had to take my car to the dealership to get service. Something was wrong with the all-wheel drive. It took almost a week to fix. Dealership never notified me when my car was finished. I didn't get it until 3 days after they finish it, and I had to be the one to call them to find out the status of my car. How annoying is that? However, she had a nice loaner, a brand new Audi, and I was upset about not being notified and the fact that another service I had paid for hadn't been completed. I now have to take the car back for that. Yesterday, I called and complained to the service department manager. And what did he offer me to make up for my experience? A full detail when I take it back for that service that they did not complete. See how quick this stuff can turn around? Like something bad can like boom, like just turn around into something amazing just like that. One of my star clubbers said, also this week, I manifested someone pursuing me and wanting to kiss me. Not my counterpart, but it felt good to get that kind of treatment. Now to manifest it with the right person. Here was when I was obsessing about things going on with YouTube in the background. Really shouldn't have done that.
Nope.
My channel demonetization. Like I said, we're working through, this is what I want you guys to manifest for me. My channel's monetized again. It's no big deal. Um, Somebody else had a different experience. I had an experience Friday. I briefly had a very fleeting thought about a vehicle accident. Allie, careful what you think about with these animals.
What the hell was I thinking then?
You gotta stick to switch it. You gotta interrupt. You gotta cut it off. Cut
I'm,
it off.
I'm killing animals out there.
Stop it. You gotta stop it. I can't even remember what I was thinking, but something along the lines of my typical travel timeline being thrown off, and perhaps it was to avoid a possible traffic incident or car accident. Welp, 30 minutes later, a deer
Uh-huh.
ran in front of my truck and I hit it unavoidably.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Why am I killing animals?
Okay, first of all, we're not going down that rabbit hole. We're going to go into Sally Saves Animals and just read.
That's my purpose, like not the opposite.
Maybe you're going to open an animal sanctuary.
Well, yeah, that is the plan.
That's what we're doing here.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
Amazing.
too. I mean,
Amazing.
you can't just do for people and not animals, no.
Okay. How many of you
Oh, so
guys?
that's part of my manifestation then. So these animals are dying for my manifestation?
Okay, well, let's not pull that.
Proceed, proceed.
Perhaps it's to inspire you to step into the manifestation.
Oh, in a rough way like that, huh? Okay, I got
Mm,
it.
I have kind of noticed that sometimes you like it a little rough.
I know, but I
Maybe we
don't.
step into greater
I
ease.
don't either.
How about we step into some more ease?
Well, if it's not shaky, shaky, it's not worth it. It's got to be rough sometimes.
Girl, you got to rewrite that story.
I know.
Are you the reason the country is doing what it's doing?
Yeah,
Okay, knock it off.
of course I am. The world.
Knock it off. Okay. Who all is inspired by some of these stories? Are you guys starting to see for yourself like what's possible? Who wants to dream bigger? Like, do you have a bigger dream? Put it in the chat. Here's the trivia question that I have for you guys. Since we said the fifth house is the manifestation house, and the sign on the house tells us what that house needs in order to perform. It's going to need that sign's energy. Which sign's manifestation method, and then we're going to do a reading here, which sign's manifestation method for their fifth house would be to if they want to call it in, they need to oh, this I'm trying to think what would be a good sign to play with here. They need to daydream about it if they want to call it in. They need to daydream about it. They need to visualize it. They need to have some feelings about it, maybe go into meditation, have a spiritual practice around it. What sign on the fifth house cusp would need to do those practices? Would need to go with the flow. Put the name of that sign there in the chat, and whoever gets it first on my end, obviously, you might see something different, all depending upon internet speed. What sign would that be? If you name that sign, I'm going to read your chart if you want me to read your chart.
Yeah.
We're going to do just a few more of these manifestation inspirations. And
Gemini.
then
I say Gemini
you say
or
Gemini
or Libra.
or Libra.
But
Okay,
if I win, I don't get the reading because,
I understand.
it's for the people.
Good people. Okay, so here's another one of my star clubbers who had a manifestation here. I've been wanting to get a cosmetic dermatology done to help with my neck and jawline. And really started to drop, it started to drop after menopause, made me feel insecure, especially with an age gap between me and my man. One of my big manifestations I've been working on is rejuvenation, quite literally making the outside match the inside. This past week, I hit my summer target weight, which makes me 10 years thinner, and my body feels like my own for the first time in 15 years, and it has practically been effortless. A few weeks ago, consultation with the dermatologist, and even though there was no way that I could afford the recommended course of action, I got on a list to be a teaching subject because he teaches other doctors how to do the procedure he uses, and I came up on the list fast, but still couldn't afford it even at half the price. I applied for credit for it and it was denied. Today, he offered me an all expenses paid trip to XYZ city where I am from and have not been able to afford to go back to, so that's a bonus, and a free procedure. At the time she wrote this, she said, it's not fully confirmed yet, but I'm chatting with him tonight about it from $5,000 to zero plus an all expenses paid trip is pretty effing amazing. Within 24 to 48 hours, she actually wrote in our Star Club forum, it's now confirmed. The trip is on, the procedure's mine. Here we go. So, a little inspo for you guys. All right, let's see who do we have here? We have some people. Somebody says Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cena's Tump. It says this, my fifth house, Pisces, Capricorn, Taurus, um, Aquarius, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces. Yeah. All of these. Very good. Necessary Truths, 1958. You were the first Pisces to jump into the chat. The first one to say Pisces on my side. Allie, why is your jaw on the floor?
Because I was checking out my look. We're I was checking out my fifth house and I was just reading it's something about water sign and then I saw something with Pisces and you said Pisces and I'm like, why are you calling me out? And then I realized you were in the chat. Um,
No, I'm in the chat. I'm in the
oh,
chat. Okay.
okay.
So, Necessary Truths, 1958. If you want me to do your chart, all you have to do is just drop your birth details here in the chat. Let me know. This is what I need. I'm going to set up a chart for you. We'll do one more after Necessary Truths. So stick around. And if you want to join Manifestation Mastery, we're going to have more fun like this. I'm going to go into greater details about all 12 signs. Now is the chance to join. You're going to get a special bonus if you join before tomorrow night. It's 144 USD. You're going to, all you need to do is click the link. Allison has put it in the chat. It is, you get a special bonus. I'm waiting for Necessary Truths, whatchamacallits, details. It's May 16th, May 23rd. And what we're going to do is go through all 12 signs and their manifestation method. Enrollment will close on Friday night. So if you're catching this, the recording of this, you have until Friday night to enroll. After that, it closes. I'm capping registration at 90 people. We are more than 2/3 of the way there. And that's because I want to make sure that there's enough time and space for the people who are going to show up live for me to do Q&A. So I want you to enroll now if you know you want to go deeper on this topic. It is beginner friendly. We're going to work with real charts. The content is yours for life. I will also set you up with a guide for your fifth house manifestation technique so that you know exactly what you need to be doing when you're done. Okay. All right. Amazing. Necessary Truths. It tells me November 29th, 1976, New York, 5:35 a.m. Where in New York? If you can provide a town, that would be ideal.
Sagittarius.
Mhm.
My fire people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go. So I'm going to put in necessary truths. Now stick around because I'm going to show you guys what necessary truths manifestation method is, and your fifth house may actually be the same as theirs, and this may give you a little bit of a shortcut.
White Plains, New York.
White Plains, thank you so much. 35 a.m. Okay. All right, so here's Necessary Truths chart. Let me just make sure I have it all right. Okay, great. Necessary Truths manifestation method belongs to the sign of Aries. So if you look here at their fifth house of manifestation, creativity, the sign on the cusp of the house tells us what that house needs in order to perform at its best. So for manifestation to perform at its best for Necessary Truths, she has to do Aries things. She's a Sagittarius. She doesn't need to do Sagittarius things. She's an Aries, fifth house. She needs to do Aries things. What are Aries things? If you know what Aries things are, put them in the chat. Aries in neutrality, all about movement, action.
Directness.
Yep. What else? What else, Allie?
I don't know. It feels just blunt and, at times impulsive potentially.
Mhm.
But like amongst the fire signs, we all carry quite similar traits, but they are quite different in how we function, though. But in the bigger picture, it's all kind of the same. Like that fire, that impulsivity, I think we all have it. It's just going to manifest a little different. With Aries, I noticed it's quite direct.
Do
With Sag and Leo, it kind of takes a little time to build up in that, but it's still going to be direct. But Aries just jumps in, like, let's go. I'm like, hold on.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And we have some folks in the chat adding in. Um, yep, action. Yep, action, leadership, taking charge. Exactly. Um, Making the first move. Yep, Jocelyn, you nailed it. Taking the risk. Absolutely having that passion, direct action, action embodiment, ambition. That's right, SOP with Camel too. Uh, act without overthinking or much planning. Victoria, you've also nailed it. The Aries energy moves quickly, it moves directly, it moves on impulse. Anything you're trying to manifest, when you get that inspired idea, necessary truths, move on it. Do not collect $200. Do not pass go. Move immediately when you get that inspired idea. Further, not only do you want to take action and inspired action, you also want to make sure whatever you're manifesting is in some way aligned with your higher goals, higher vision, higher ideals, not detours. You really want to go as direct as possible to where you want to be. Aries is an energy that really thrives in movement. And so, could you visualize? Yeah. Could you do some affirmations? Sure. Could you also do some state akin to sleep or some vision board? Sure. All of that's going to be entertaining. But for anyone here, including Necessary Truths, that has the Aries fifth house, what you're going to want to do is start taking action. Even small action resets the magnetics of your third dimensional reality to begin to reorganize around what that action is intended to call in. Okay. Now I'm going to take it a step deeper. And this is what we're going to do in Manifestation Mastery this Saturday and next Saturday for the big three: health, love, and money. Step deeper. Aries is governed by what sign, what planet, Allie?
I don't know.
Mars.
I knew that. I wanted to see if you know that. Told you I don't know shit about astrology. Why are you quizzing me when I was honest? I don't know shit. Even though that one I know.
Mars for Necessary Truths is over here in the sign of Sagittarius in the first house. Sagittarius specifically deals with big vision. It deals with aiming true. Sagittarius is also the sign of writing and publishing. It's also the sign of teaching. So if Necessary Truths wants to manifest anything, it's going to be really important that Necessary Truths uses that Mars and Sagittarius as well, which is all about a little bit of writing. She can write some things down. It'll definitely help. She wants to manifest something. She can also teach or learn about it. She can also get a big vision going. None of this little baby vision stuff. None of these, I want to manifest a step to take a step to take a step. That's a
Hmm.
different kind of fifth house, moving step by step, different sign. This fifth house sees the big picture and then takes a big, bold action. That's how you're going to work this Necessary Truths. Okay. Thank you for coming to play. Really appreciate it. It's awesome.
That's a
Okay.
nice sign to have for your manifestation. It's
Well,
preferred for a
right?
fire sign.
So because here's the thing. It may seem like common sense, like take an action, you're going to get something. Many of you can attest to this if you don't have an Aries fifth house. You can be taking action for years and get nowhere. Some of you have taken action on things that it's like, I've been trying to make this business happen, sell this house, buy that house, get this land, generate this friend group, generate this art project. You've been taking action on things and it's fallen flat. If that's the case, it's likely that Aries is not your fifth house. You're supposed to be doing something else. I'm going to break down what that is in manifestation mastery.
Cool.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Droplet wave, we are using a Placidus house system, but if you prefer porphyry, if you prefer whole or equal, that's fine. We're utilizing the rising sign. Alexandra, we're doing Leo this Saturday, so join Manifestation Mastery and you can learn all about Leo's manifestation technique. There's one or two other of the manifestation inspos that I want to share with you. Um, so this person from Star Club has shared, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you all that my relationship with my guy has gotten plumb bit blissful recently. It was a little slower to show up because my perception was a little off, meaning she was focused on the wrong things, but the last several weeks have been amazing. And last weekend, he showered me with the affection I have been craving. And I'm so grateful. He gave me everything I've been thinking about for a month now that I wanted. We're having the real discussions that I've been wanting about our future and how we're going to build our home together. I'm excited to see this unfold, staying as high vibe as I can. I love that for them. Um, this was a fun one. I like this one because it's about time, because I told you guys timelines are malleable right now. Because timelines are malleable, you guys can start to play with time too. So here's one of my Star Club members saying, I was reading people's manifestation stories. I didn't realize I had one until this morning. I had to get my son to the dentist for 8 a.m. Single mom, two kids, 7:30 school drop off. Timing was tight, but doable. Then on the way, I hit unexpected construction and closures that weren't there yesterday. Traffic backed up fast. I immediately knew I was going to be late. The dentist specializes in young kids. Appointments are hard to get. Missing this, not an option. I started to stress. There were only 15 minutes to get there, and I was stuck. I took a completely different route, even though it was longer, just to keep moving. But honestly, it started to feel impossible. Then I caught myself and thought, okay, let's try this. I will arrive on time. I'm going to arrive at 8:05. I held on to that, even though everything was telling me otherwise. And somehow every light turned green. There
Yeah.
was barely any traffic, even at intersections that are usually packed on a Monday morning. And I arrived at exactly 8:05 on the dot. I just sat there for a second, like, did that really just happen? Hell yeah.
Isn't time an illusion? So it's part of how you can manipulate it, basically.
100%.
It's just, yeah, you
And
say 8:05, it's going to be 8:05.
and
It may
especially
not be, but it is.
especially right now,
Yeah.
I have more capacity now to play with the fabric of time because of that thing I told you was going on in the sky than we've ever had before. I want you guys to start utilizing this. And if you want to learn how to utilize it more, join me in Manifestation Mastery. Okay. Second to last one before we do the next trivia. Um, wow, I wasn't even trying to manifest this. I had started to feel a bit concerned about my income past September, as I have some contracts that will end then. Rather than worry turning into catastrophe, I decided right there to take a different path that I have in the past. So and so and I ran a 100-acre vegetable farm together before it closed in XYZ year. Before the abrupt closing, I started conversations with a few of our customers about partnering on a food hub to improve access to fresh food in my region. Food security has always been a passion of mine. Fast forward to an event I hosted last week to educate beginner farmers. And I overheard a conversation where one person said, "We need a food hub. It's too bad XYZ farm closed. They would have been a perfect place for it." I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since. It felt like such unfinished business that I didn't even know that I had. So I reached out to one of the buyers that I worked with for years and just said, "Hi, checking in, hope you're well." She texted back within seconds and said, "So and so, you aren't going to believe this, but I was just thinking of you." Now it's been 3 years and we were not friends, just business associates. So I wasn't even sure if she'd remember me or care to respond. She asked me to call her. She started a nonprofit to help farmers with access to customers, certifications, etc., to be competitive. I don't know why this one shows me up every time I fucking read it. She's applying for major funding to start a food hub, and an hour later, she's writing me into the grant. She even texted me again last night and asked if I'd be able to start as soon as September if they get the funding. I'm floored. I literally just thought about it and sent a text. No funding yet, but if this series of events is possible through my thoughts, is the sky the limit? Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah.
This is a good reminder to be paying attention. The little nudges and things we overhear, people we run into and think about randomly are important. I can't wait to learn more from Kay soon. She signed up for Manifestation Mastery, but I want you guys to hear me when I say this. I don't care what your dream is, whether it's to fly first class to another country, start a food hub, build a farm, do a house, or get a dog. We are all interconnected in the fabric of life. Your dreams are someone else's answered prayers. The number of people she's about to serve in the next several years because she just followed through on a fucking hunch, because she just showed up to say yes to her own dreams. It wasn't selfish, it was her being wise to being open to the energy of the universe. There is someone out there who's wanting you to fulfill on whatever it is your dreams are. And I want you to have access to your power to do that. And that's why I built Manifestation Mastery. If that's something you know you're ready to step into, then join tonight. Join tonight. I want to see you there on Saturday. Um, okay.
Fuck yeah. That's the Leo capping on. Mic drop. Hold on, Juno wants out. I can't. The animals are active at this time.
I love it. Yeah, it's such a powerful time. And this year, 2026 especially, we're all being activated to step onto higher timelines. And I talk about this a lot on my YouTube channel, just so that you can know what are the access points? How do I get there? We're going to get more into your personal power with it this Saturday. Okay. Let's do the last chart reading and then we'll sign off. Here is the trivia for it. Fifth house. What fifth house would need to, let me actually just take a look at a chart because my brain is like thinking about food security and how important it is right now for people. Okay. What fifth house needs to work through a process of being in a place of absolute pleasure, feeling good, feeling with their five senses that their life is going well and that they are utilizing their five senses to call in their manifestation? They have to feel it, sense it, see it, touch it, Smell it before it arrives. There is a single sign that deals with that, with all five senses of the physical body, needs to feel good, needs to feel pleasure. There is a fifth house that specifically deals with, here's the sign, um, with persistence and perseverance and not giving up. In fact, you could even say that they need to be stubborn about having it come in.
They were already guessing Taurus. Now you place the stubborn.
I
That's ridiculous.
want everybody to
I'm
have.
gonna say Pisces, which doesn't freaking align with anything you just said, but I'm gonna say Pisces. I'm gonna go against everything.
Okay.
Everybody's like Taurus, 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 and then you throw in the stubborn. It's like, of course, it's Taurus. Um, but it's
Well, let's
probably
see
not.
who had it first.
Keep guessing. Or is that it? Taurus?
Let's see who had it first. Let's see. Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces. Cheers to food security. That's right, Antonia. And yes, Lisa Hinshaw. This is going to stay up on Allie's channel in the live section. You just need to search there. Okay. Um, uh,
Did anybody get it?
yeah, it was necessary truths. Again, you must have the
You're
super
not allowed.
necessary truths has the super fast
Double
five.
jeopardy, man. It's not allowed.
Jan Margarita is the next one to have shown up in the chat on my side, given my Wi-Fi speed. So Jan Margarita, I'm going to do a breakdown for your fifth house next. If you would place your birth details in the chat, that would be ideal. Um, while Jan gets us set up, Capricorn can be very stubborn, Janort. You are correct. Aquarius is also stubborn and doesn't give up. You are also correct. All the fixed signs are very stubborn.
Do you agree that out of the yes, they are. I can attest to that. But do you agree that from all the four fixed signs, Taurus is the most stubborn?
I
From
was
my personal experience, I thought I was stubborn, and I'm like, shit. I
doing
ain't
never
got
was
nothing on
before.
Taurus. Yeah.
The reality is that they're going to be stubborn about different things.
In different ways, yeah.
Hmm. Scorpio is going to be stubborn in a not a sneaky way, but an indirect way. I'm not going to tell you what I'm holding on to. I'm just going to hold on to it.
Yeah.
Taurus
I
is going to be direct about it.
yeah, I think that's the
That's why people affiliate it with that. Um, Aquarius is going to be absolutely stubborn about their idea of right and wrong and the way things need to be. That there's never not a should with Aquarius. Leo, you tell us what Leo's stubborn about.
childish, childish shit, usually.
Like what? Give me an example. What's
Like
it?
when I'm in a conversation with somebody and by somewhere in the middle there I realize that they're right. Oh, hell no. No,
They
I'm not.
can't be right, even though they
No.
are right.
Yeah. It's like, nope. Mm-mm. Nope. And I know I'm wrong, but I'm like, nope.
Now I'm doubling down
Yeah.
because I can't be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very leonine for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we
Okay.
got to carry the stubbornness, so somehow we got to put it out there, and I think that's our way to do it. It's like,
Hmm.
"Brr." Just because we're
Okay.
fixed, it's like, okay, so then we got to be stubborn. Let's find a way to do it. Brr.
All right. So I'm setting up Jan's chart. Can you read it to me? What does it say? She's in New Jersey and where?
Okay, Plainfield, New Jersey,
Mm-hmm. And the birth date?
September 2nd, 1989,
9/2/1989. Did she have a birth time?
3:37 p.m.
3:37 p.m. Click OK. Share screen. And if you guys are having fun, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I love collaborating. I love answering y'all's questions. If you have questions, drop them in the chat. I'm obviously not going to teach manifestation mastery here right now. So anything that's related to Saturday's content, I won't be answering that. But I will be answering anything else you have questions on. If you have questions about how manifestation mastery works, pricing, bonuses, what you're going to get, what will I talk about, what won't I talk about, let me know. Funny, Jan, we were just talking about the Taurus fifth house. Look who has a Taurus fifth house. Jan Margarita does.
Yeah.
So all the things that we just said, first of all, you need to know what you want. With a Taurus fifth house, there can be no ambiguity. You've got to know the answer to the question, what do you want? You have to be clear about the desire of your heart. There can be no sort of waffling, double-mindedness. Well, let me try it and see, and then I'll figure it out. But when you're ready to go into your manifestation process, you need to be absolute. As we discussed, once you're absolute, you got to double down on your persistence and your commitment to getting it. There can be no, well, I'm going to leave it up to the universe and see. No, Pisces, this is Taurus. We're not leaving it up to chance. We're
I am
doubling
a
down.
Pisces in my.
Leaving it up to the universe and
Yeah.
seeing is a very Pisces movement.
Hell yeah.
So with the Taurus fifth house, you're also going to want to feel it real. This isn't about seeing as much as it's about involving all five senses: sight, taste, sound, touch, smell. You want to be able to experience it in the third dimension, not just in your mind, but certainly in your mind if you can. You're going to want to experience it before you have it. And so, one of the things you can do with the Taurus fifth house, you want to go ahead and play with, like, let's say you want to move or relocate, place yourself in the neighborhood you want to be in and start to be in the exchange in that neighborhood. Buy something small, a coffee. Go around to the grocery store that in that neighborhood that you would shop at. Have the experience of walking in the park in that neighborhood, seeing a sunrise or a sunset in that neighborhood, smelling the smells of every single season in
Ah,
that
shit.
neighborhood.
Sorry, stink bug.
Speaking of smells,
It's right on the laptop, and Cosmo is on it, and she's gonna stink bug it. Oh my god. Hold
okay,
on. You
okay.
continue. You continue.
I just want you to know that what we're just seeing happen is part of the message here. Because the last time Allie and I spoke,
There was a
Allie,
stink bug.
yes, and Cosmo was all about that life.
It's a stink bug. I saved it.
Animal
Cosmo.
sanctuary.
I gotta go release it. Free.
So, when it comes to utilizing the five senses, it's really important that you make sure you include all five. Let's talk about the governing planets. So, Venus right here in Libra in the ninth. This is about operating in partnership, equal partnership, and collaboration. Governing planet of Taurus is Venus, and so it's important to involve partners in the way that you manifest. Partners don't have to be romantic partners, we could be business partners. And in the ninth house, this could also be teachers, people who can instruct, lead, and guide you. It could be spiritual teachers, could be educational teachers, anyone who can help you generate what it is you're looking for. Okay. So I love to see this. This is a lot of fun. Who all had some fun here today? Who all learned something? If you want to put in the chat what you learned. Um,
I learned that my fifth house is not Pisces. I don't know where to look for that crap. Look, necessary truths told me it's not Sagittarius. Makes sense though, because I do have the Saggy stuff going on there. Oh,
you
okay, so it's fire. Yay! So I go get it.
okay, so here's the deal. On Saturday in Manifestation Mastery, I'm going to teach you how to work with not only each sign, but also in groups, the elements. Some of you like to do the ritual work. Some of you like to work with fire, some with water, some with incense and smoke. Not all element is right for every fifth house. I'm going to teach you what you need to do for the element of your fifth house. It's okay if you don't know your birth time. You can use what's called a sunrise chart and still receive a lot of information, wisdom, and mastery around how to nail your fifth house, how to work with it. Secondarily, when you join Manifestation Mastery before tomorrow night is Thursday night, you're going to be eligible to receive a 12-page guide with a breakdown of all the fifth houses so that you know what to do when you're done. Different techniques, things you can work with, ways you can play and get focused on it. It is $144 USD. There are buy now, pay later options at checkout if you need a payment plan. That's totally fine. Registration closes on Friday night. We are more than 2/3 full. If you want to get in, now's the time to do it. If you have questions, let me know in the chat. I'm going to take questions now. It could be about anything. Doesn't have to be about this.
Steam bugs, they symbolize ecological balance, spiritual transformation, and the need to protect oneself. Fuck yeah. While navigating life's unpleasant, unexpected disruptions.
Who
I
got a
did not know that.
who got a message? Cosmo was trying to protect you this whole time.
Yeah, my little Scorpio. Um, what do you call her? Alpha. Yeah.
Thank you, Antonia. Love that. And we get into a lot of signs and whatnot inside of Star Club. Like this sort of thing. Antonia is one of our Star Club members. Love it. Necessary truths. What if your natal chart, fifth house, is different from your sun sign, fifth house? You get the bonus of being able to work with both things. That's totally fine.
Holy crap, there's more?
We're going to keep it simple in manifestation
Oh,
mastery. That's an advanced question, which is well identified.
okay.
Yeah. Dreamlike Echo says mine is in Scorpio. We're going to talk about Scorpio on Saturday. Droplet Wave says, thank you for the reminder that what you want is needed by others. You're welcome. I'm so glad you got that. If you got nothing else from what I said, please take that and hold it. Let's see. I need to learn how to remember my dreams, Janort says. I get messages in my dreams but cannot remember them. Yeah, you know what? Dream work is really important, especially for certain manifestation work. Um, I've always kept a dream journal when I've needed to go deep into messages. I felt like I was getting a lot of messages that way. Something you can consider. Love that. Any other questions? Any other things that were validating for you? Something you heard that just was like, oh, aha, yeah, that makes sense. Allie, do you have any random questions for me? It doesn't have to be about what we talked about. It could be about anything.
Huh.
I'm gonna think if I have any questions for you, because sometimes I do.
Don't ask me stuff. I don't know shit.
Li-
Um,
Lies.
is for someone like me that doesn't know shit about astrology, and somehow has a love-hate relationship with math. Is astrology hard to learn?
Mm.
No. But like I hear degrees and all that shit, and I get like, no, I don't want to go back to that.
No. As long as you can count to 30, you're good.
I don't know about that either. So I have days in which I'm not sure.
You
I may
might,
be skipping a few numbers.
if you can't count to 30, you may want to not fuck
You
with
may
it.
not want to. You may stop all activity. Stop helping others. Go help yourself. Yeah, got it.
Here's my question. When it comes to fixed sign stubbornness, like if you want a fixed sign to see things from your perspective, what's the best way to facilitate that opening?
I think getting them in the environment of them feeling like they're right about that, like kind of almost agreeing with them, or not really, just give them the space to feel like, oh my God, I'm being stubborn about something, and oh, I feel so good about that. Um, and then try to present an alternative to that, but definitely not in a forceful way, or how it would come forceful, or kind of counteracting their stubbornness. Just throw it as a maybe out there in the ether, because it gets to them behind that stubbornness. So it's it's
Agree with
it's
them and then throw them
challenging.
opposite
Not
option.
agree with them, but like create a space in which they think you agree with them, and then just throw another option out there, but not in a challenging way to their stubbornness, because you're fucked. Then you're like, you got nothing.
Don't try to go head to head.
No, never. No.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Um, Demskick asks, do you go by your rising or sun more? Depends on what you're doing, right? The rising can delineate a house placement, and that can be really important if you're trying to figure out what's coming up in your life next for transits. But if you're just trying to work out like who you are as a person, starting with studying your sun and then the other personal planets can be really helpful. But Allie, what say you?
But I was kind of reading through that. I was a little off from here. What happened?
Do you go by your sun or your rising more, Dempkit cast?
Um, when I used to watch tarot a lot more than I do now, it depended. It depended a lot. Like I didn't have a fixed, okay, it's got to be sun. I used to go for that one first, but then I opened myself up to even the moon sometimes. I'm like, huh, that's interesting. So I think it depends a lot on where you're at and what you feel drawn to at the time that you're kind of on that.
Mm,
For me personally, that's how it worked.
amazing. Jan Jan says, I actually went into a store new to me in a part of the city I really want to move to just because it's a really cute part of the neighborhood. It's wild you confirmed that with my fifth house in Taurus. Jan Jan, when you relocate this year, I want you to come by and tell us. Tell us about your awesome new digs.
Yeah.
Um, SOP with Camel says it might be helpful to say out loud that you want to remember your dreams prior to going to sleep. Yep. Okay. Adrian, size shaman. This will be the first astrology class for me. I love that. That's
Nice.
perfect. Let's see. Welcome, Arizona Spiritual Energy Healing, to Manifestation Mastery. Welcome, Zodiac Observer, to Manifestation Mastery, and all the others who have signed up. We're getting pretty close to capacity, so if this is something you want to do, like I said, there are buy now, pay later options at checkout. Definitely sign up, and the recordings will be available if you can't come this Saturday. Love is Vibrant. Allie's readings have been so helpful lately, aren't they just? Allie, you're just really, really good at what you do.
Thank you. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. I think
Do you,
that's the point.
do you feel more comfortable doing collective reads or one-on-one reads? And why?
I think both the same. I don't think I can really. I think the collective ones kind of give me at least the illusion that the energy is running a little more loose. Whereas personal, it's like, okay, I need to focus strictly on you. I can't just, wander off here. So but I think it's an illusion, ultimately.
What's an illusion?
The fact that I feel more focused in one direction rather than, because with the general ones, I think it's one direction too. It's just because of the word general, it feels more loose. So I can't tell the different. I can't tell. I haven't done a personal reading in a while too, though. So
I can
yes,
help you with that. You want to read from me?
yeah,
Okay, not now, not now, not now.
not
Uh,
now.
Humanity Unlocked podcast. That's such a cool podcast name. I love that. Humanity Unlocked. For fixed sign question, I deal with this with my daughter, eight, she's 18. I validate what she feels and say, then I throw out a suggestion for alternative perspective. Then I give her space.
Okay,
Mm.
does that work?
She's
That's also she's got an extra layer to it because her daughter is 18. So that's a dangerous age to be stubborn to. But I know. I moved out of my mom's house for like 2 weeks before my dad came back and got me. She's like, okay, she's calmed down. Are you calm? Okay, you can come back home. So you know. But did that work though?
That's what she's saying. She's validating what
So
you said.
she's okay. Okay,
She
cool,
said, yeah, what Allie just said actually worked on my 18-year-old.
awesome.
Aurora Sky says, my first word was moon, born by the ocean, so I've always been fascinated by the relationship between the moon and the tides. Beautiful.
Wow, I love the moon and the water.
Me too. Too. Okay, amazing. I think we're gonna call it. Unless
Why?
there's
We're having fun. We can be here all night.
so I have psychic class to go to, girl.
That's one thing, and then I'm getting a little sleepy, but I could still,
You can
we'll push through.
party.
That's the stubbornness coming in. It's like, no, we gotta go, but no, let's stay.
Also the like fire sign energy coming in.
Yeah,
Like, why would we end a party when we're having fun?
yeah, we just started this.
All right, we can hang a few more minutes. I'm pouring myself some more green
As
tea.
long as I'm patient. Yeah, you need some patience with that method too.
Yeah, humanity said I can't rush her.
Yeah, no.
Magic Yoga says, I appreciate how your readings aren't all love or circle back to love like all of the YouTube is infested with.
You know what? They actually ultimately are, but that's the thing, because it's from my perspective, I think everything is about love. So that's my view on it. So ultimately, they are about love. I think we're connected, or we should be through the energy of love with pretty much everything. Humans, animals, nature, everything. I think that's what keeps us connected to one another. So ultimately, they are about love, but not that kind of love of, oh, it's got to be a specific person or no. Sometimes it's feeling more intense towards specific individuals, but it's the same feeling. It's just, I think that's my perspective on life. I think it's all about love. Tardy as always, you're never late. You're just in time. Aurora, sky.
It's such a cool handle over a sky. What if that would like okay, when you get your next animal, what
when, when
names
I
do
have the acreage, they're gonna be outside.
what is
Inside,
it
I have plenty.
what names do you have lined up?
Oh man, I can just look at the comment section here and I'll find some. I'll steal some names. I don't have any more names because I don't know. I don't know. They can be goofy as fuck though at some point, especially if there's a like a pair or a trio. Like I need to have them somehow matching or work with one another in terms of names.
Yeah, I like
But
that.
if there's like 20 chickens, then I'm fucked. I can go to seven dwarfs from the fucking Snow White story. I don't fucking know.
Okay.
I'm screwed.
Jan agrees. Hell yeah, everything does come back to love. I totally agree with that, Jan. That I think that's why you and I jive, Allie. Like so much of our work is like love based. It's like focused on like let your heart guide you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think or it should apply to everything. Like I think it's there in everything, even the job that we hate. There's got to be something in there that you love though. And it's like that's where you should be focusing on. Because then from that it grows. You know, if you focus on how much you hate it, then you're gonna hate everything and everyone associated to it, and then it's like, nah, I don't think that's the right direction. 'Cause I had times where I hated my job. It was hard as fuck, but I found something in it that I loved all the time. Not this job. This job I love from day one, and even when it seems like I hated it, I fucking love it every time. Because it seems the same, but then it's different. So it's like I love my job.
Same. I could agree with that. I can agree with that. Good night, Adrian.
Use
Uh,
asteroid names. I will. I'll look. I'll ask K-Moon.
we already have one down, Juno.
Yeah, but I need more.
Okay, we'll work on it.
Yeah.
When season, my name is Kay Moon, and I am a Western astrologer. I use tropical astrology. You can find me at Kay Moon Astro. That's my YouTube channel. Um, Allie and I have been pals since early 2020. Um, Yay. The compass of the heart, Antonio. Well said. Well said. Okay. Let's see.
Kai, stop scratching the computer screen. Please. Yeah.
If you
Magic.
could,
Ooh, magic
if
is
you
good.
could change any one thing in your chart or like about your chart setup, like, yeah, if I could just nudge this over here or have this placement, I would choose that. What would it be?
Me?
Mm.
You know what? When I look at my chart, I'm always fascinated. Because it's like, well, I don't know, say shit, but then I see all those lines and they're all on one side. And I'm like, why don't I have more shit going on to the other side?
No
So I
wonder
don't
you're so
understand what the
into.
hell is going on.
That means you have a stellium in one sign. Do you know what it is?
Sagittarius.
Oh, you got a Sag stellium?
I'm fucked.
That's not what that means.
Well, it means that, you know what? And I knew that. And when I found that out, I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. Because when my Leo comes out, it comes out with something extra. Still fire, but something extra. I'm like, that's not just Leo there. And I'm like, oh my God. So that's what that means when it's all kind of pushed over like that. There's like one line jumping to the right, and all of it is happening to the left.
You have something opposing your Sag stellium. I don't know.
What
You have
is that?
to see what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna get into it here, but yeah, there's if you have a Sag stellium, that actually makes sense because Sagittarius is like the teacher of the zodiac. Sagittarius stands for truth, abhors lies, really wants to get to the heart of things, and in the worst of the worst moments, Sag will put its foot in its mouth, in shadow. Like it won't mean to, but it's just kind of like it just
Can't
comes
help it.
out.
Yeah, I know.
You
So I wouldn't change much. No, I like it.
like how you like the current setup?
I think yeah. Yeah, I don't think I
Mhm.
don't usually I tend to kind of go for balance. Like I like, especially visually, I like to see things balanced, but this one doesn't bother me much. It's like, okay, all the shit is happening that side and a little bit this side. It's fine. I'm
Mhm.
okay with that.
Amazing. I love that. Okay. Uh,
Would you change anything about yours? Oh,
you
oh, don't go there. When you would change a lot.
no, no,
Okay,
no,
good.
no. I love my setup. I actually think my setup is like it's cute. It's intense. It's intense while simultaneous. It's funny because I have an ex who used to, he had a nickname for me. He was like, "You're a fire-breathing hummingbird." And I was like,
Huh,
"Hmm,
that's interesting. Lee and
mhm."
Sherry are here.
Hey guys,
Hey guys.
we love you too.
We do.
Hey, Lucatero says, I want new love and to be a team player. I also want to pay off my credit cards. Oh my gosh, what? Oh shit, I haven't fed her yet. I gotta feed her. I gotta go. I
What are you
told
doing? How do you want a dog? How are you manifesting a dog?
She eats late.
Okay, good.
Yeah, she eats late in the morning and late in the evenings with her mom. So I'm just trying to keep her on a schedule, but that does mean I gotta go. She's over
Okay.
here like, what are
She's
you
like, hey, I need to be fed.
doing? Forget about me. There she is. Look how cute she
Oh
is.
my goodness, she's so cute. She's even yawning and like manipulation. She's like, I'm yawning and I'm hungry.
She
Like, you
just
see
can't
this?
computer. You just love how cute she is. Okay, I gotta go. I forgot.
Cool. Well,
All right.
thanks for coming in.
It was so much
Thanks
fun.
for it was. We'll
It
do
was,
this again.
yeah. Yeah. And if you guys have ideas for lives, for astrology lives that you want to see, then let me know. We'll do those and we will, yeah, we'll just hang out. It was a lot
Yeah.
of fun. You guys asked really smart questions in Allie's lives. So um I like hanging out with y'all. And for those of you who are joining us Saturday, I'm looking forward to having you there. Allie, it was great to have you. Allison, thank you so much. I will see all of you soon or
Soon.
over on the K Moon YouTube channel. Okay, okay, baby. Okay. Talk to y'all later.